Hi, good afternoon. Hope you can see me. I decided to move from the front room to the back room as the weather is absolutely appalling. The forecast for Manchester is rain, 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 more rain. So it's no good waiting for a good day, is it really? Because it's not going to happen. Right, what have I got today? Well, I don't know whether I showed you this before. Can't remember. Brain fog, you know, company, things like that in the house, things going over my head. First of all, I didn't get up till 1 o'clock this morning. Not this morning, except today, lunchtime. I don't know what happened. The family went out and left me sleeping and I slept on. I was supposed to go to the chemist and pick up my prescription, but hey ho, they closed at 1 o'clock, so that was a bit of a waste of time. Right, one book I've got is called Dress Your Dog. As you know, I look after little Gigi. So he likes to be cuddled up, so I've got to make him some little jumpers, you know, to keep him warm while he's here. Let me have a look. There you go, those of you with small dogs. Don't like that one so much because it's got big baggy armholes. So that's not a go. That one's a nice one, nice. Not too girly because we've got to remember that Gigi is a little boy. Although people mistake him for a little girl all the time. And this one, I love the little cute face on the puppy. Sorry if you're not a dog person, by the way, but as you can tell I am. Although I do love cats. A bag, that could be useful for holding Gigi in, seeing as he wants to be warm most of the day. He tries to scrabble on my knee no matter what I'm doing. I mean, that one is designed specifically, I think, with that dog in mind because it's quite short. It's just designed to show his tail off. So it wouldn't be much good to Gigi, it wouldn't keep his little tummy warm. This one's a cute one, it's like an Aran design. That one is a bit longer, even though the dog has got a huge tail. Oops, I'm losing the invoice from the middle of the book. Crocheted lead and collar, I wouldn't do that because you imagine they'll stretch. And I wouldn't make that because that's just like a bolero thing for the dog that can't see what's use in that. Don't think Gigi would appreciate being put in a little bolero. That one's quite cute, but of course not in pink. Because our Gigi is a little boy. He's not here, as you can imagine, today because it's weekend. I mean, that's a nice flower pattern, but I wouldn't put it on Gigi. But it's a nice flower pattern if you make it a hat. That's quite mannish, boyish, whatever you call a dog. But I don't like it really because it's got buttons down the back. Now that's another handy one for Gigi, but I'm not going to knit it because it's felted and I don't believe in buying really good wool to felt. I had enough felting accidents when I was a kid, you know, washing my woolies through. Well, not a kid, when I was a teenager. I had to wash my own woolies and stuff. That one's more likely what I would be doing, the one on the front cover, the ribbed knit with the roll collar. That looks more practical to keep his little neck warm and his leg warm. But I do like that one there, which is another Aran one. Cable sweater with a roll collar. Yeah. Then we're going on to a bit bigger dogs. That's a raglan sweater. It's more for smaller dogs, this one, actually. Although that one's quite nice. That's just but it's zipped up the middle of the back, that one. I suppose it's a cute idea. Instead of like struddling them into it, you know, you can zip it up the back. And that is so sweet, but it's a lot of work, isn't it? A lot of work knitting fair out. For something that you may only wear once or twice. And that one's got spots all over it. It's got quite a few patterns in here. I'm probably only going to use one. Now we're getting onto the bigger dogs. Although maybe you can adjust them, I don't know. But that one's a crocheted one, so he's got more chance of getting that one. There's food mats and squares for him to sleep on. Blankets for them to sleep on. Round crocheted pillow for him to sleep on. You know, these are sort of practical things, aren't these? Little rugs for him to sleep on. I think that's about it with the little coats. Yeah, that's it now. Yeah, I might make him a little blankie. The next thing I got was, ooh, now this isn't a new book. It's actually, I think the poor guy's died who did it. It's George Shaheen. But I quite like the one on the front cover, so of course I had to go rummage, as you do, to try and find the book. Yeah, that's the one on the front cover. Although I'm not quite sure about the cables going across the girls, you know. When your girls are quite prominent, you know, they might make it a bit more so, but one never knows. I like that one. That's a little jacket, although I don't usually make short jackets, but that's a nice one. And that one is a beautiful, as my friend would put it, doorknob hanger-upper. In other words, you get a fast on everything you go past. It's very nice if you're wearing it in an evening, you know, to jazz up a plain black dress or plain black trousers. But I can't see me making it because I don't really go out that much. And now that one I do like, but I wouldn't, if you notice it's got buttons down the back, I would make 2 fronts, but I would also make it all in one colour, I think. And that's another one that's buttoned down the back, but I don't really care for that one. Yeah, and I'm not sure, I think that's it really. The rest of it's all instructions. Yeah, that's it really on that one. Well, the saga of my ice yarn order now seems to be coming to an end because I tracked it today and it's actually got to Manchester. Yeah. The bad news is the lady that I was ordering the wool for has now changed her mind because she waited that long for me to get back in touch with her, that she went and bought her friend something else, which I don't blame her at all because she's in America. And by the time I made it and sent it, it would be a bit late anyway for a Christmas present, wouldn't it? I'm not bothered. But in the meantime, I also ordered from Kemps. I ordered that colour in Chunky Special by Stylecraft. I know somebody mentioned the other day that they love Stylecraft. But I got the burgundy. It will come in handy. I got 4 balls of it, so it's not wasted. It'll make a hat and cowl set or a hat and scarf set. So it's not... And that's a knitted pattern I got. Because it's in that really super thick stuff that I also got from Kemps. I always have a browse on Kemps because they have these wonderful bargains at times, you know, for less than £1 a ball. And so I got, oh, can't be in the package. This is Serdar's Big Softy. I think it's on offer if you're in the UK for 79p a ball at the moment. And they have about 4 colours, but they're all like this with little whispers on it. Whiskers on them, you know. And I also ordered 2 balls of each of these colours, which are in, what are we in? Oh, wool's going everywhere here. Yarn going everywhere. This is Serdar's Pharaoh. That one's got sort of blues in. That one's got slight hints of like a pinky lavender colour. And then there's another one at the bottom, which is blue. I just got 2 balls each of these because I was going to make hats with those. But again, they were less than £1 a ball anyway. I mean, this Pharaoh, this big one, I got enough to make that cardigan. I'm knitting at the present moment, which is killing my arms. Oops, I put up on my head. And I can't show it you, because it's a present for somebody. But remind me when I decide I want to start knitting a cardigan, remind me not to do it, will you? Because my arms are hurting like mad. And I also got, I sent away to Yarnspirations for some Karen Simply Soft. And it was on offer. I mean, it's probably not cheap to you, but it's cheap to me. Can't remember exactly how much I paid for it now. The shipping, of course, cost as much as the yarn. But that one's called Simply Soft Prints. It's got my favourite in it. And I'm going to have to snaffle this away from Sue, because Sue likes purples and greens as well together. I don't think it's got a name, has it? Oh, looks like it says, oh, Passion. I thought it said Poison. Passion, that's called Passion. And it's Karen Simply Soft paints. And then this one I got because it's a good male all-round colour, isn't it? This is Simply Soft Camo. And, gosh, you have to struggle to find the names of these things. I think it was called Camo Grey. Oh. Yeah, I think it's Camo Grey or Snow Camo, something like that. Anyway, it's the pale greys with creams. It's very soft, very silky. So when I saw that they were sending to the UK and it was on offer anyway, probably not on offer as much as you have it on offer if you go into the stores personally, but it was on offer to me for online. So I ordered it. So my yarn stash room is now bulging at the side seams, and I've had to say to my son that they were for orders, which I'm not lying, is the mauve was on order. Well, not the mauve, what's it called? I can't find it now. The maroony colour was on order, but she's changed her mind, so I'm left with a ruby red now. I'm left with that, and then when my ice order finally does arrive, there's a third colour of like a maroony colour that was for this lady, but they will get used. Definitely will get used. So hopefully by my next video, maybe Sue might be here. She did say she'd try and get here one day next week. And she was mentioned on one of Bob Wilson's 123's tutorials for hand. She'll be really thrilled about that. Yeah, there's not an awful lot happening. My son's been here. They've been tearing around all over the place. My daughter-in-law's got a bad knee, so she's been hobbling everywhere. Then to cap it all, not yesterday, the day before, she got this abscess and her cheeks out here like that. She managed to get an emergency dental appointment and some antibiotics, but we were supposed to be going out for a meal on Friday night, so I just had to cancel it because she wasn't well, you know. There's no point going for a meal when somebody's not enjoying themselves, is there? So I'll have an unofficial birthday sometime when they come back in the spring. So that's really about it. I've been trying like mad to gather up all the Christmas presents that I need. I've really cut down this year. I've just really not sending things out. I'm just not. Christmas cards I really don't do anymore. I gave that up years ago. And nobody really seems to have noticed. Well, nobody in my family seems to have noticed that I don't send Christmas cards anymore. So I just think it's a bit pointless, unless it's for people that you don't see. And even so, if you don't see them, is there a reason why you don't see them? I don't mind if it's geographical. But if you don't see them because you don't see them and they don't live that far away, to my idea is take them off the Christmas slide list anyway. It's just a matter of swapping a bit of paper every year, isn't it? And I'm not bothered if I don't get any cards. Just more things to put in my bin. We had a bit of excitement the other day. I came back in and, I don't think I told you that, came back in, I could smell smoke and I thought, I don't know where it's coming from or not. So I went back in and I came back out again, I thought I still smell smoke. And then I saw these clouds coming out of my rubbish bin. It was only my rubbish bin that was on fire. And none of us smoke. None of us do anything to do with matches or anything, so I don't know why, unless somebody tossed a cigarette or a match into it, you know, which isn't very nice. There was a spate a long while back saying don't put your bins too close to the house because some people were going around, you know, setting fire to the bins for a bit of fun, you know. I mean, it could have set fire to my garage doors and some of my yarn. Alright, it's only my odd once it's in the garage, but it's still yarn. Ooh, thought doesn't bear thinking about. My yarn on fire? No way. Yeah. Anyway, I've covered up Paris here because she's in her underwear, so I covered her up with Amy's shawl. Oh dear, I might put a little edging on it, Amy, if you don't mind. A little fancy edge on it, because you know what I'm like for fancy edges. I just like a bit of frilly going around the edge. Well, hopefully by Monday No, maybe Tuesday. I don't know. She's hoping to come one day early next week, and she did tentatively mention Monday. That's Sue I'm talking about, by the way. Our double act, my double act. But they keep messing her shifts about. She works in the care industry, and they have set shifts, and then they ask people to pick up shifts and different things, you know, so she always seems to be the one that gets to pick up a shift. They always seem to put her name down, so she gets shifts she shouldn't have, you know, and it just messes up her plans. So she'll tell me one day, and then of course she doesn't turn up because somebody's messed up with her plans at work, and yeah. So I know she's going out tonight, so maybe she's not working today. I did send her a message saying there's hope for our ice orders. Hope. Mine's got to Manchester. I don't know where hers has got to. Mine's got to Manchester. I've never had an ice order go astray like that before. Never. But the good news is they don't seem to be charging me any customs on it, so that's the good news. I was afraid that's what would happen. I thought it's got stuck in customs, they're going to charge me. VAT or whatever it is they charge. Anyway, they didn't. Well, they don't seem to have done anyway. So, no Gigi today, it's weekend. I have a break. So, if you want to look up what kind of weather I've got, just look at that. Grey, dismal, rain, horrible, awful. It's been like this for about 2 weeks now. As my son says, does it ever do anything? He said he can't get used to the dullness. Because of course coming from Spain it's nice and sunny over there. So he can't get used to the darkness, you know, having to have the light on in the middle of the day and things like that. So, oops. I don't know why I'm turning the camera around because I've finished what I'm going to say now. So anyway, bye from me. Very short video today. Bye from me.